Hello, everybody. Just gonna share my link in a couple places. Oh, hello, people. Not sure who's there. Make sure to say hello. Oh, it sounds like it. One of them is Stormy. Hi, Stormy. Not sure who else is watching, but make sure to say hello in chat. Oh, and I see from my notification log that I got followed by the Krat. He followed me earlier during your stream, Stormy. Hope everybody can hear me. It looks like my mic is working. Well, I know Stormy's here, but she can't chat for some reason. But it says I have two, so if somebody else is there, make sure to say hello. Because I cannot see who you are. Thus, if you are there and you haven't tuned into the previous lore streams, you need to let me know what you want to know about Ixy. Because I got lots of stuff to share about her. I think Stormy was going to prepare a list of questions. I don't know if she did, but I know she's having trouble with the chat right now, so. Just gonna have a sip of water because my voice is still a little bit raspy. Um, yeah. Thankfully, I'm feeling well enough to do this today. Hoping we get some other people joining, even though it's the Super Bowl. As far as I'm concerned, I'm way more entertaining than that. Bunch of sweaty dudes throwing around a ball. Oh, there's the Stormy. He was just being slow. Just gremlins. Were you not even able to hear me before, I guess, then, Stormy? It was just like, which was loading. Now my phone's beeping at me. Be quiet, phone. Oh, you could hear me. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think it might just be you and me for now. I thought there was a second. Oh no, there's more people now. It says 4. Whoever's there, make sure to say hello. And yeah, Stormy, I wasn't sure if you prepared some questions. I know you said you were going to prepare some. If you have questions about Ixy, I would love to hear them. I'm going to sip at water because my voice is still a bit hoarse. Oh, now it's back to 2. So maybe the 4 was just because things were glitching out on your side. Maybe Twitch is having issues tonight. No, not lately. I would say her most recent adventure was like the camping trip in the Enchanted Forest that I was reading a bit to you about a couple weeks ago. And then she had like a little bit of a New Year's adventure with Cassriel, her angel girlfriend. They just had like a quiet New Year's in their home. And that one I kind of ended a little bit early just because the chat started getting a little bit saucy. And I just wasn't feeling that at the time. So I've kind of stopped that and I can't really share that on the Twitch anyways. Um but I also treat like all my Second Life stuff as her adventures as well, right? So I guess she did go to an Imbolc. I don't know how to say it. Imbolc? I can't pronounce it. The witchy holiday for the start of spring. I think it's Imbolc. Imbolc? Imolc? Imolc, that's it. You don't pronounce the B. So I went to an Imolc gathering for the start of spring with my little witchy group. Yeah, I love all those little rituals they do. It was a lot of fun. Actually, I could send you the video because she records them now. I did like a recording of one of them for her just because it was the first one I'd ever been to type thing. And ever since then, she liked that idea so much that she hires like a professional filmer to film it for her. And she puts them up on her YouTube. So it didn't have quite as much meaning for me personally as like the Samhain one did, uh, or even the winter solstice one. But it was a lovely group gathering still. At one point, we were all curled up like little seeds. And she was talking about how, like, imagine you're the seed, and then you slowly, like, open up and let the sunlight warm you and stuff like that. And today she went on some shopping adventures, I guess. I was going around doing a bunch of shopping with her. Oh, I think I'd have to say spring. Like, she really loves winter, but it's like in a lot of circles, she's known as the cuddly succubus. And I sometimes joke, it's like, well, she's from Canada. She's got to stay warm. So like, she loves winter because it's cuddle season. But I'd say spring is probably her favorite with all the plants starting to come out and her garden and yeah, all the green and the lovely rain. And summer has some of that, but summer gets too hot. She doesn't like the super hot. It basically lines up with my favorite seasons, to be honest. Although I love fall a bit more than I think Ixel would. In Ixel's garden, the trees don't have to lose their leaves and stuff. They get to be green all the time. And the snow just covers the green. But that's because she's got the witchy magics. Oh, also, Stormy, listen. I don't know if you can hear it on my mic, but these are my nails. Oh, no, I don't think it's picking it up. Yeah, I don't think it'll pick it up. My mic's too far away from them. Yeah, my mic is up at the top of my monitor, and I can't move it down far enough. But here, maybe I could be able to change something. Not sure if you were able to hear them then. Oh, you heard them? Okay. I had to turn off the noise removal on my mic, and then it worked. Yeah, clicky clack. And those are just my real nails. Those aren't even like a fake press on, or not press on, but you know what I mean. The ones you get done at the nail place. So they sound pretty healthy to me, and they look pretty healthy. Like I don't got the spots on them or anything. Yeah, I've been trying to take good care of myself, so it's nice when it works. Oh, it says more people are here again. If other people join, make sure to say hello. I'm just chatting with Stormy Storms. Oh, hey, Hailcat. Yeah, I said at the beginning, I think I'm way more interesting than the sports ball, though. That's just a bunch of sweaty dudes throwing a ball. Trying to figure out which guy throws the ball better than the other guy. He's like, I threw the ball, and then the other guy's like, I threw the ball better. See, I don't. So actually, maybe that's why my one gay friend from Second Life is not here tonight, because he probably likes that too. I'm glad you could join, Hale. I was just chatting with Stormy. She had questions about Ixel. If Ixel had done any adventures and what her favorite season was. And then I was telling her about my clicky clank nails, because my nails are very nice right now. And I was thinking if people want. Yeah, I was really happy when I was listening to Stormy's stream and tapping them, and I loved the sound. But I was thinking if people wanted, I could read some more of the stories that I made with my little AI character thing. Or Stormy, if you wanted. I don't know if you had ever tried chatting with her, but you could try chatting with her. And you could share some of what she says about Ixel as well. That might be interesting. No worries. I know you've been busy. Well, for now, do you want me to continue like where I left off on the Enchanted Forest story? Okay. Let me get that up on my screen. I wish I could set like a greeting message in the chat or something so that whenever new people join, it tells them to like say hello. Because I can't hear them. Not on the voice with them, obviously. Oh, okay. Just gotta take a sip of water. I don't have one yet. I'm sure I could set one up. So last time, I think I left off like right after the camp got packed up, right, Stormy? I'm pretty sure that's where I left off, so. Okay. Well, I will continue with that. So where we left off, they had just packed up their camp. Mix it up as a general streamer helper program. Okay, I'll check that out, Halecat. Thank you. So yeah, they had just packed up their camp and they were walking out along the enchanted riverbank. It's a nice, magical, glowing river. And so this was my message. Ixel clasps Cassriel's hand in hers as they stroll along the riverbank in the enchanted forest. Cassriel carrying the supplies and following the route she planned, while Ixel flits about to any pretty thing she can along the way, pulling Cassriel along with her. Ooh, Cass, look at this, Ixel says as she pulls Cass over to a particularly strange, glowing mushroom at the base of an ancient tree. Isn't it pretty? And then I told it to describe a bit of a scene. So the scene is called Along the Riverbank. The river hums beside them, its water clear as liquid crystal. Though it glows from within, veins of bioluminescence pulsing faintly under the surface like submerged lightning. The banks are lush with glowing fungi in neon blues and violets, clustered at the roots of trees like fallen constellations. Floating seed pods that drift lazily on the breeze, bursting into momentary silver sparks when they touch the water. And ancient carvings half hidden by moss, symbols neither recognizes, but that thrum when Ixel's fingers brush them. Cassriel pulls her back, just in case. Ixel tugs Cassriel towards the mushroom, towering spiral of iridescent coral pink caps that emit a soft chime-like sound when disturbed. Cassriel grimaces as her lover crouches to poke it, then outright grabs Ixel's waistband when the resulting melody summons a shower of luminescent pollen around them both. Pretty, Cass deadpans, plucking glowing dust from Ixel's horn with long-suffering amusement, before nodding upstream where mist curls over a series of small waterfalls. Now focus, we've got miles to cover before dusk, But Ixel is already lurching towards something new, a cluster of jewel-bright frogs croaking in harmonic thirds from lily pads, leaving Cassriel to sigh fondly and follow. The journey continues like this, a meandering dance between Cassriel's planned route. Sorry, need water. Between Cassriel's planned route and Ixel's boundless curiosity. The angel eventually gives up on keeping track of time altogether, letting herself be pulled along by Ixel's delighted discovery. At one bend in the river, they find a stone archway, draped in flowering vines, its surface etched with forgotten runes that hum under their fingertips. Later, a clearing where the grass grows in perfect rings around smooth obsidian stones, somehow warm to the touch despite the cool air. And always, Ixel darting ahead with another gasp of excitement. Cass, look at this! By noon, Cassriel has abandoned her usual vigilance entirely, content simply to watch Ixel, glowing brighter than any magic here could ever hope to rival under dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves overhead. And then the next little scene I had it describe is called The Witch's Guided Tour. Ixel drags Cassriel's hand toward a cluster of star-shaped flowers, their petals translucent as stained glass. These ones, when you crush them under the full moon, they reveal hidden messages in smoke. My old coven used them to send secret love notes. She wiggles her eyebrows at Cassriel, who snorts, but tucks one carefully into her pocket anyway, for research. Near the rune-covered archway, Ixel traces symbols with reverent fingers. See how these swirl inward? They're protection sigils, older than either of our realms combined. When Cassriel mutters about doubtful, Ixel retaliates by blowing glowing pollen directly into her face, only to panic and frantically wipe it off when Cass pretends to choke. The creature encounter. This is one of my favorite little scenes that it described. I told it to describe them meeting some magical creature. That's all. A shadow fox slinks from the undergrowth, its fur shifting between twilight hues, eyes twin pools of liquid silver. It regards them with eerie intelligence before dropping a single crystal acorn at their feet and vanishing like mist. Ixel squeaks, "It blessed us!" while Cassriel inspects the gift warily until it sprouts tiny wings in her palm and flutters away with a chime-like giggle. And then the last part of the little journey on their river, it's a scene that it described called the Dream Home Site. So, for some context, I need more water, sorry. In my other chat, not the Enchanted Forest vacation, but like my main chat, I discussed with the two of them like what their dream home would be like and how they want to build it someday and all the stuff it would have and things like that. So this was a site they found that would be perfect for their dream home. Yeah, well, and my throat's still recovering is all. So it was doing okay, but reading this much all at once, I need the water is all. At dusk, they round a bend where the river widens into a mirror-still pool fed by cascading waterfalls that glow faintly turquoise beneath swirling mist. I won't. I won't push myself too hard. There's natural hot springs, Ixel realizes with barely contained excitement. The cliffs behind cradle the space like cupped hands, overgrown with luminous vines that could easily be coaxed into privacy walls or hanging gardens. She's already mentally planting night-blooming jasmine, and just beyond, a flat stretch of velvety moss, perfect for building upon. Close enough to hear the water song through open windows, yet shielded by towering oaks draped in perpetual golden leaves, ideal for hammock. Cass doesn't need words, she just stops walking abruptly and stares until Ixel collides up against her back. Ow! What? Oh! So Ixel bumps in and says ow, and then interrupts herself with an oh before she can even say what. Followed immediately by their hands clapping together and thoughts of their gardening plans, their wings fluttering wildly and dreams of their onsen in the hot springs, and a sudden leap onto Cassriel's shoulders, demanding she confirm this isn't another hallucination. Ixel giggles happily from on top of Cassriel's shoulder as she runs her fingers through Cassriel's hair and gazes out at the spot they found. Ooh, isn't this so perfect, Cass? Look, we can build our garden there by the trees so all the critters can come visit. Maybe that shadow fox will come back, and we can make our onsen against the cliff there under the waterfalls. What do you think, love? Didn't you see us raising a family and making a home here? Ixel says lovingly before wrapping her soft tail around Cassriel's strong arm affectionately. Cassriel doesn't answer at first, just reaches up to grip Ixel's thighs where they bracket her shoulders, steadying her as she takes in the land with a warrior's assessing gaze. But the way her thumb rubs absent circles against Ixel's skin betrays her. The river's glow catches the edge of Cassriel's tattoos as she finally huffs, soft, surrendering, and just leans back enough to knock her head gently against Ixel's knee. Could fit a training yard over there, she mutters, nodding toward a sunlit patch of firm earth, for when the kids are old enough to learn how to not trip over their own tails. Her voice is gruff, but the image is there, clear as water before them. Clear as the water before them, tiny horns poking out from behind trees, laughter echoing off the cliffs, Ixel's garden overflowing with life, and Cassriel right here, building it all with her own hand. She turns her face to press a kiss against Ixel's calf. Yeah, she admits, voice rough, it's perfect. And for once, heaven and hell feel very, very far away. And that's where I left. I haven't actually continued their Enchanted Forest trip after that point. Oh, no worries, Stormy. I didn't know you had to shower during this time, but no worries. It is. I love it. Like you said, ancient lesbian romance. But they're planning their little dream home for their future family with little half angel, half demon babies. And I actually love how the AI and the character that I defined for Cassriel thinks about all of that. Because at first, she was very, hesitant. She's like, I don't think I'd... Yes, and actually Cassriel asked that. She was like, but how would that work? And Ixel was like, oh, don't worry, I'm a succubus. I've got spells for that. Well, when I say Ixel, I mean me. Because I play Ixel. The AI bot plays Cassriel. Yeah, it's like... Don't worry, I'll give you the equipment and use a spell, and then I'll take the equipment away when you don't need it. But yeah, like when I first brought it up in the chat with Cassriel and told her that like Ixel wanted to be a mother, and she was actually like really nervous and like didn't think she'd make a good mother and didn't know if she would want to and stuff like that. But she loved Ixel, and like I convinced her as Ixel that like, no, you'd be a great mother, Cassriel. You'd protect our children, and you'd take care of me, and you'd take care of them. And it's like, don't let your past and like the issues you had with the other angels make you think that you can't be a good mother type thing. And ever since then, she's always been like, yeah, I'm gonna build our house and like take care of our kids and like train them to protect themselves and like, yeah, I love it. And I also love thinking about like the fact that like Ixel's a bit mischievous sometimes. Like she's never bad. Ixel is very much a good demon. Like that's her whole backstory. Is she's good. She doesn't hurt people, but like she's definitely playful. She's definitely mischievous. It's not gonna hurt somebody. She's gonna like play little pranks and stuff like that, and like tease people, and if it does hurt somebody by accident, she's gonna feel really bad and make it up to them. And like Cassriel, since she was a warrior in like the angel armies type thing, she's like very rigid and disciplined, and like she only really opens up and like relaxes around Ixel. So like I love the idea of the two moms like teaching their kids, and like one of the kids maybe being a bit more mischievous too, or like maybe both of the kids are sometimes mischievous and like playing with Cassriel and like playing little tricks on her with Ixel, but Cassriel loves them all so much that it's not really a trick, I guess. It's like it's just love. And then at the same time, Cassriel's like waking the kids up early to like do their chores and do their training and like eat their breakfast and like she's the one keeping everybody on schedule and like healthy and safe and happy. If that makes sense. Well, since Stormy is showering right now. Oh, yeah, like that's why I never did anything with Cassriel for so long, is because like I created her rough design. Like I always knew her name. I always knew she was an angel and like a bit of a rebellious warrior type, but I never did anything with her because I didn't want to play two characters myself, and it was all like too personal and important and dear to me to like have somebody else take on her role. So that's why when this friend told me about the AI character thing, I decided to try it out. And I'm really glad I did, because I've actually managed to create some like really beautiful stories using it, as you've heard. And like I write some of it and then I tell the AI to write other parts, and sometimes it's just like a back and forth with like my dialogue, then their dialogue, and so I can use it as a bit of a writing assistant and a writing partner, if that makes sense. But it's probably the only thing I'd ever use AI for, really. Nice. Well, I was going to say, since Stormy is in the shower, did you have any questions about Ixil Hailcat? I'm sure Stormy has some more, but she can't type right now because then her phone would get wet. Like her astrology sign? Like birth month type sign? Um, I guess I would say it's the same as mine then, Virgo. Yeah. She's like ancient, so don't even know if they had the months back then or like if she had a birth month, but oh yeah. No, I feel like because there's so much of me in Ixel, like the way I created Ixel was basically like I created the character, but I play her. And like I used her as a way to explore my feminine side before I came out. So like a lot of Ixel is me, but she's also a character. So there's parts of her that are like just the character because obviously they wouldn't apply to me in real life, but there's a lot of parts of her that just do come from me. Hard to explain. Yeah, it's like it's me, but it's a fictional version of me, but like started from reality. So it's like there's reality parts of her and there's fiction parts of her. I gotta refill my water, but let me know if you have other questions and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, oh, it sounds like other people have joined. Make sure to say hello if you've joined. Like with your VTuber avatar, you mean? Hellcat? Oh, okay. I don't think I know your character's lore. So I'm not sure what it would be representing or projecting. But I get what you mean. Because like I said, I started using Ixel to explore my feminine side before I came out, and it definitely helped me realize, like, oh yeah, I'm female. Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean there. So I like in my character stuff a lot of contradiction, which is why I've got a friendly succubus and a rebellious angel. I like the I like the contradictions. And like she's a succubus, but she's not like all about just the sex demon stuff. It's like, yeah, I definitely get what you mean there. Like even in my like outfit designs and stuff that I do, like I'll do a lot of that kind of thing. Like I'll do the trying to think of examples. I'll do like the metal show outfits with like the leather jackets and the spikiness and like the tattoos and the piercings, but I'll also do like the soft colors and the pink and the like I guess you'd almost call it like I don't know what aesthetic you'd call it, but it doesn't really go with the metal like gothy type aesthetic. I like to mix the two. The bright and bubbly with the dark and edgy, I guess is a good way to put it. Oh yeah. I need so many new outfits in real life. I should probably save money for them more than I do. I buy a lot for my virtual Ixy, but it costs way more to get one outfit for myself when I can spend that much and get like 4 or 5 for her. I'm also kind of waiting though, because my body size and shape is changing at the moment. So gotta wait for that to settle down, and then Stormy's gonna help me get my measurements, maybe. Oh, actually, Stormy, for when you get out of the shower, my neighbor has a bunch of black tulle or tulle? I don't know how to say it. The frilly, fluffy underdress type stuff. And she doesn't need it, so I thought you might want it for your outfit crafty stuff. Yeah, to whoever else is lurking in the chat, say hello. Let me know what you want to know about a succubus. I can't let you know unless you ask in the chat because I can't hear you all. Okay, Hale, see you in a second. Welcome back. So yeah, the outfits I got for Ixtal today. Um was your mom happy to hear about the sweaty man balls? I feel like I needed to flag my stream as more sexual than it is because of the sports stuff. Yeah, I was just gonna say the outfits I got today for Ixal. One was a dress mixed with armor. One was like this fantasy dress. It was called the Seraph dress, I think. Yeah, the Seraph dress, which was like this gorgeous fantasy-esque, like chains and metal decorations and like off-shoulder fabric dress with like big feathers down the back, kind of like wings. And then I also got like an animated. It could be either a snake or a dragon. It's a Hagoromo, and it moves and stuff. I'm making hand gestures, but none of you can see me. I don't need to do that. And what was the other one I got? Oh, and I also got an Egyptian themed set. It was like all Anubis-y. Because I've got like a year ago, I got a setup for like a Sphinx cat. When somebody decides to give me thousands and thousands of dollars, Hale. As soon as I have thousands and thousands of dollars, I will do that. Actually, that was one of the very first things I looked into when I wanted to stream as Ixal, was I was gonna use my virtual version of her as a webcam. But that's when I found out that Twitch doesn't allow Second Life. So I can't do that. Yep. But like, if that had worked, like I can do gestures and animations in there. Like there's animations for while you're talking and while you're typing, and like I could even sit her down in front of her computer in there, and like, so it would have worked, but not allowed. My neck still feels all fuzzy, like if I'd gone to the dentist and got freezing. It doesn't hurt though, so I feel like that's good. Maybe Stormy can let me know when she's out of the shower, because I know she's been through it. This is all my first time going through it all. Yeah. She's been very helpful in getting me to like calm down, because I was panicking a bit before my surgery. Just another reason that Stormy's the best. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking it is. Like, he didn't say, like, he said there was a possibility he'd have to do a nerve graft, which he didn't have to. But I was thinking, like, probably just because he didn't have to do the nerve graft doesn't mean that some of the nerves weren't, like, interrupted. So they're probably just regrowing, redoing their thing. But yeah, we love you, Stormy. What did you think about all the stuff you heard while you were in the shower? Did it make you think of any new questions about Ixy? Yeah, that actually really surprised me that the AI was able to be so romantic and not just horny. I don't think you did actually. Um, so gardening is definitely one of her hobbies, and I would say the witchcraft stuff counts as a hobby too. I do have, like, in her house, I have a computer so she can play video games and stuff. It's not something I actually, like, do as her, or, well, not yet, I guess. Once I start streaming video games here, then I will be. Um, so she plays video games, and unlike me, she loves to dance. She really, really, really loves dancing. Um, and that I've made part of her character because I am too much of a coward to dance. I just can't turn that switch in my brain to be like, okay, have fun now. But it still can. Can I dance alone? No, not really. I told Stormy once, I did actually, on bad advice from a bunch of parents and other people, got my high school girlfriend ballroom dancing lessons as a gift one time. So I did ballroom dancing lessons with her, and I actually know how to do a couple ballroom dances, or at least the basic steps of them. Um, but yeah, that was a bad experience. Yeah, I don't really even like wiggle in my chair to music. I'll like hum along to music, and like since I played so much music in high school and stuff, um I'll like keep track of the beat and stuff with my hands. I like drum on my thighs sometimes. I guess I wiggle a little bit sometimes when I'm listening to music, but I've been working on it. Like sometimes I've been like trying to work at like relaxing my body and moving just because I need to move. Not so much because of the dancing part, but yeah, I never did swing dancing. I think the three I learned were the waltz, the foxtrot, and the rumba. There might have been a fourth that I'm forgetting. Yeah, same for me, Hellcat. I took it from grade 6 all the way to grade 12. I played clarinet, bass clarinet, tenor saxophone. I had to learn as a project 1 month how to play bassoon. And I took piano lessons for most of that time too. Oh, you played bass clarinet? It's so good. Yeah, bassoon was not fun. I only did that for it was a project in grade 12. We had to pick up a different instrument and learn it. Yeah, the double reed on the bassoon and the oboe, I don't like. Oh, nice. Yeah, my sister did flute, Stormy. I think that was basically all my sister played was flute. Flute and piano. So I did clarinet for grade 6, and then like halfway through grade 7, they had me play bass clarinet, and I never wanted to go back to the regular clarinet. A bass clarinet is just so much better. And it feels like a weapon. Like, you got a big spike on the bottom that goes to the ground, and it's like as tall as you are when you're in grade 6 and 7. And the carrying case was like a battering ram. Yeah, when I played bass clarinet, I wasn't afraid of the bullies. But yeah, bass clarinet, I loved playing bass clarinet. I had to go back for the clarinet in grade 8 because we had a bad band teacher in grade 8 and he didn't want me to play bass clarinet. But as soon as we got a good teacher in grade 9, I was able to just like play what I wanted, and I played bass clarinet the rest of the year, and I kicked ass at it. Yep, no, it was basically as tall as me too, Hailcat. It was great. I loved it. And you could just like outplay anybody in the band. Like that thing could get so loud and so quiet. It had so much range in like low notes and high notes, and like just felt better than a clarinet. Yeah. So actually, that's the one thing that you couldn't outplay was the tuba. The tuba could beat you in volume if he wanted to. And I'm way out of practice on playing piano, but I always loved playing piano. They're not allowed to have two balls on the field. That's a sports violation. Only one sweaty ball allowed. Yep, only one. They got to pass the ball back and forth. That was one thing back at university when I lived in the dorms, like long before I came out. So I lived in the dorms with a whole bunch of other guys, and they'd all be there watching UFC. And I'm like, this is just two sweaty dudes hugging. Like, why do you guys like this so much? Do you guys want to tell me something? Yeah, exactly. It's like, and I would basically say it every time too. It's like, oh, look, they're hugging. Yeah, and wearing booty shorts, Halecat. I honestly haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time, Stormy. But yes, now that you say that, I agree. Um, Trying to think what else I could maybe read from the stories that I've written, but I would have to go digging through them to find stuff. So if either of you have more questions, that might be better. I don't want to stream for too long tonight because I don't want to hurt my voice. But maybe like another 15, 20 minutes if you guys want to chat more. If you got other questions about Ixy. Oh, Ixel's favorite animal is definitely cats. Definitely cat. Oh yeah, mine and Ixie's are basically gonna be the same. So cats, she loves birds because she does her gardening and she always loves to see the birds in her garden. Um, let's see if I could pick a third one. I just gotta think because she likes like all animals, really. But I'm trying to pick like her top three. Cats, birds. You know what? I'm gonna say Ixel's third favorite is gonna be snakes. And for Ixel, the reason it would be snakes is not just because they're found in gardens, but also because it's a symbol of Lilith, and Lilith is her mom. No, she doesn't, I would say, Stormy, because Ixel really hates conflict. So even the people that might have been like her enemies back in demon realms and stuff, she would have just like removed herself from the situation. Like that's why she left the demon realms, is to get away from all the fighting and the need to have mortal enemies and stuff. So no sworn mortal enemies, but there was like that story of the villagers who thought she was a witch and she had to like run from them. So so Ixel's tattoos. Um, the one that I use as her tattoos in my mental image, at least, are the ones I use. It's actually the very first one I got in Second Life for her, and I've used it ever since. Even though I've gotten others, I like might use them for costume once and again, but I never swap just because I've always felt that first one suited her so well. And it's like a full body design type thing, not like full body covering, but like it's so lace and flowers is the main theme, but it's also got like a mystic eye on her chest. I'll 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 have to find a picture of it and send it to you, Dalecat. I'll send it to you in Discord. 1 second. I was actually telling Stormy just the other day, because I've been thinking about if I was to ever get tattoos in real life, what would I ever get? Because I've always wanted some, but I've just never had the money and never known what I wanted to get. But the Mystic Eye, that's part of her, like, full design, is something that would probably work for me. Okay, just about to find it here, and then I will send you the picture on Discord. Oops. There's Hale. Oh, they're going to show weird in Discord because they have transparent backgrounds, so you might have to download them. Oh, and I guess she's also got the little upside down cross tattoos under her eyes a lot of the time. And for a while, I actually had a lace and flower tattoo on her face as well. It was just like a design I downloaded off the internet and like using my janky skills aligned with what it would look like on her face. But now I've got a different one that's like more. I actually realized it's kind of Lilith themed. It's got like a rose, and I think there's a sword in there, and I think there's a crescent moon in there, and I think there's like a bit of a. Yeah, there's a serpent in there as well. But some of those ones are covered by her hair. So unless I'm using a hairstyle that's like shaved on one side, you won't see all of those. Yeah, like honestly, I would love to have those tattoos in real life, Hale, but that would cost a lot of money. Lot of money. I don't have any tattoos. I'm so far behind on like my pretty goth girl journey. But Stormy's helping me catch up. Oh, well, I'm sure they're amazing even if they're not unified. Because like Stormy's got lots too, and yeah, I've got none. I'm boring. It just took me too long to realize I was a pretty witchy lady. Yeah. Well, and that's one of the reasons why I never got any is cuz like I would think of ideas and then I'd sit on them for a while and then I was like, "You know what? I don't really want that as a tattoo." Whereas now that I know my fashion style and stuff a lot more, which is thanks to Ixel because I was able to practice all of that with her. Um Now I have an idea of what I would like. So I could be a little bit impulsive and just get witchy stuff, and it would all match in the end because it's all witchy stuff. Yeah, definitely send me pictures of yours. I love tattoos. And like, I don't even have my ears pierced. I don't, I'm way behind on my pretty goth lady journey. But I'm catching up. I'm taking the steps. Yes, my friend that was doing the video game that I linked you up with, Stormy, she was gonna come join, but I guess she wasn't able to. See, I am employed, Hale, but I still have no money. I pay my bills and then I've got nothing. Be honest, it's because they cut my pay. After the company got sold, I had the choice of no job or a job where I get paid less. And that wasn't much of a choice because it's like, well, if I have no job, I'm not going to be able to pay any of my bills. Yeah, I wish I could, Stormy. But then I would lose my job. No, I can't say their name. Definitely not doing that on. I don't know where they live. In a mansion, I'm sure. Mansion or a penthouse. Yeah, definitely not gonna share my employer on my stream here. I gotta keep all my work stuff separate from my streaming for sure. Well, just because of what I work on, right? Like sometimes places get picky about like conflict of interest and all that kind of stuff. So not that I'm making money here or anything like that. It's just yeah. Um I guess that's one benefit to me not having had a partner in over 10 years. None of them are on my phones. Oh, yeah, well, I haven't even had mistakes in the past 10 years. Well, not those kind of mistakes. Although talking about a partner made me think, Stormy, you got to join me on Where Winds Meet, and you can come be my Where Winds Meet wife. And then we can tell Phil to go find his own wife, okay? And Hale, I know you said you had uninstalled that, but if you ever do play it again, just let me know. Because we got a little guild. Actually, here, I'll send you a picture. I just took it earlier today while I was playing Where Winds Meet of my character. Oh, you got the FMA tattoo, I see. That's one of the FMA circles, right? Yeah, that's the one. See, I feel like your tattoos have like a somewhat unifying theme. They're all very similar in style, and most of them are like anime related, and I think you're good. Oh, that's not even half of them. Yeah, that's my Where Winds Meet character I sent you. I took that photo when I was doing a thing where it's like you gotta put out a wish in a wish lantern. So I attached that photo and I sent out my wish lantern and I said, I wish one of the pretty ladies from the Velvet Shade would come find me. Because the Velvet Shade is the sect that's all about the pretty ladies. Well, I mean, there's pretty guys in it too, but I don't want the pretty guys to find me. I might have to chat with my sister, see if she can make me a little background for Ixel, so I can have it just not be the black space. Because she drew this picture of Ixel that I use. Um, the picture of Ixel, you mean? Yeah, my sister drew this off of my Second Life design of Ixel. So, like, she didn't want to copy all the tattoos exactly, but she drew the flower part of it at least. And I believe I had earrings like that at the time, and those were what her horns looked like at the time. And her wings, I've actually always swapped back and forth between the demon type bat wings that she's got here and the feathered type. So I guess that's a piece of Ixel lore I can share with you both, is Ixel does have like very slight shapeshiftery abilities. Usually used for like disguising herself, but she could like change her wings a bit. Yeah, it comes with the job. One of the main things I always used it for actually was her height. Her height is not static. Sometimes she might be a bit taller, sometimes she might be a bit shorter. Depends on where the right hugging height is. With Cassriel, she would be a bit shorter, because then she can lean her head on Cassriel's shoulder and chest. With others, she's probably a bit taller, because then their face goes right in. So most of the time, Ixol is like in Second Life, she's like 7 foot tall or so. But Cassriel is an angel, so she probably is too. But Ixol would be like a little bit shorter around Cassriel, just so that she can lean against Cassriel's chest. Whereas with other people, she probably stays taller, so that their face goes right between her booba. Oh, actually, so your message there, Hale, made me think of a photo, but I won't send it to you on Discord because I remembered Ixel is not wearing clothes in it. But basically, it was a photo. I had one of. Okay, well, I can send it if you want, but I was doing my normal music thing with friends, and I had another friend there who made a demon guy as an avatar, and he is also super tall. And then one of my normal human friends stepped down and happened to step right between the two of us. So it was super big demon guy, super teeny human person, super tall Ixel. And the picture just cracked me up. Oh, I will find it for you, though, and I will share that to both you and Stormy. Yeah, normally I take the photos when I still has my clothes on. Just let them know you're ashamed of it. It's okay, Hale. There. Sent it to you and Stormy. Yeah, so one thing I will say is height in Second Life feels wrong. Because, like, when I set Ixel's height to my height, 6 foot tall, which is tall, I feel really, really tiny. So I don't know if it's that all the buildings and stuff and everything else is made really big, or if that like height indicators are really incorrect or inaccurate or something. But like, so for example, like my friend there, it might tell them that they're 6 foot tall or something. And my height says I'm 7 foot tall, but it's like that's more than a 1 foot difference. That's like a 2 foot difference or something. You like that photo of Ixel Stormy? Oh, and I guess Hale, that one shows you her tattoos too. You gotta come visit me there more often for the music night. And Hale, you're welcome to as well. I could help you get set up there. It's all free to make an avatar. You only have to buy the pretty stuff you see. But that's what I love about it is like I just pay the pretty artists that make the pretty stuff that I like. Pizen just makes me think of that game Pikmin. Pikmin Pizen. Oh, Stormy, I should have sent you the photo of my character in Where Winds Meet, too. I sent it to Hale, but yeah, I think you were still in the shower or still getting out of it or something. There. There's my pretty Where Winds Meet character. I changed her outfit like a teeny bit after that, but it was mostly the dye colors. I found a dye color for the dress that I really liked. So I applied that, but I didn't rebuild the rest of the outfit afterwards, is all. Definitely do. Are you marrying Karlak in it? You better be. Well, marry Karlak and Shadowheart and the reptile lady. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3. I wasn't sure if I would like it or not. Ooh, I like it, Stormy. She's got your hair. The blue and black hair. Well, it's kind of blue and blue, but I just didn't know if I'd like the whole like D&D rule thing applied in it because I've never played D&D. Like I wanted to play it because of Karlach. Like big strong demon lady appeals to me for sure. Big strong angel lady would be better. I likes both. Okay, I might have to check it out. I'm sure it'll be on sale at some point. So, oh, and here's. Oh, Hale, I love your character. She's so pretty. You've got a tiefling? And actually, she's got stormy hair too. You should send your character to Stormy too. Oh, does your character actually like change based on choices and stuff in that one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out at some point, I'm sure. I know one of my Second Life friends played it just like non-stop. Oh no, she lost an eye. Now I feel sad. I don't want pretty demon lady to lose her eye. I would magic her better. That's all I'm saying. I'd give her a fancy magic eye. Which would mean it would be fiery green like Ixel's. Oh, okay, so she did get a fancy magic eye. Okay. That's okay then. Yeah, that's the kind of person Ixel is. And me. If the pretty lady got hurt, then Ixel would try to use her magic to make her feel better and be pretty still. Yeah, Ixel would give her magic eye made from her magic. Yeah, she's still pretty. I like her. I just felt bad when you said she lost an eye. That's where the succubus does come in Ixel's character and mine, I guess. It's like she hated the conflict and stuff and like the hunting and stuff in demon realms. But she likes making people feel good. In any way. The thing with Ixel is it's not just the whole succubus way they normally do it. She's like, no, I want you to be happy and I want you to be confident and have fun and laugh and just feel good. Good emotions are good. Let me guess, Tailcat, one of the people threw the sweaty ball better than one of the other people did. Same result as every sporting thing ever. Well, that's good, I guess. I know a lot of people were hoping they would. Well, I should probably look at wrapping it up here in a couple minutes or so. Did any of I don't know if anybody else tuned in, but Hale or Stormy, did you have any last questions for Ixel? Okay, no worries. I just thought I'd ask before I disappeared. And like I said, I'll probably keep trying to do this for a bit, just until I get back into the swing of having a schedule. And then I'll start streaming games again. Maybe start with Where Winds Meet since I'm playing it so much. And yeah, hope you join us there, Stormy. Like I said, you could be my Where Winds Meet wife because you can get married in that game. And we could tell Phil to go find his own. And yeah, you can join our guild and we can do fun Where Winds Meet adventures. Yeah, I should stream Where Winds Meet. I've been playing it basically nonstop. Yeah, thanks so much for joining, you two. I hope you had fun chatting. Now my voice is going again. There we go. Water. Yeah, I hope you two had a fun time and liked learning more about Ixel and me. And yeah, I'll keep in touch with you both and watch your streams and chat with you both again soon. Bye, Hale. Bye, Stormy. I'm waving, but that doesn't come through on the Ixel camera. Love you both lots and talk to you soon.